Hey everyone, it's Tdawg here at Tdawg Trading. Thanks for making me part of your day. I really appreciate the support. What can I say? When you have a 5-digit day, it's a really good day. 10K, $10,448. AERC had a small loser on RDBX and a couple more winners on COGT. So it was a great day. So I've got all my live trades for you. I've got a few updates to my format. But hey, let's jump into it. Good morning. On my watch list this morning was RDBX. This is really early, 8 o'clock, or coming up to 8 o'clock Eastern, actually 5 o'clock my time. But I wanted to point out I did add the keyboard to the to my display so that people can see my mouse and keystrokes, because the amount of hotkeys obviously that I use, it's gonna take me a little bit of getting used to when I'm going back and forth between options and regular trading. The options screen doesn't have the it doesn't have the keyboard. But anyway, so I'm looking, I've seen RDBX hit, 1705, 1710 a number of times, and seems to be a lot of support there. So I'm right after obviously the long 5-minute candle. I'm looking at possibly taking a position there to support, getting about 30 or 40 cents there on RDBX, just the way it's been trading so far this morning. So I'm starting a position here on RDBX. It's $1,000 starter. Taking a little bit to get me filled. So right here, I take a horrible flush here on RDBX. I go ahead and add, trying to get a bounce off of VWAP, or right as it's going through VWAP, hope to get a bounce here. So now I've got 2,000 shares at 16.94. This ends up being a poor trade. I end up making most of it back, but you'll see that I'll take a little bit larger loss here than I would like to. So I'm trying to mitigate some risk here. So, my goal is to take half off the table. So that puts me at a $635 realized loss. And now with just 1,000 shares, I'm sitting there thinking, is it possible for me to get the bounce here? How much of this can I make back? It does start to curl here. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for some explosion over VWAP. Considered actually adding to my position at this point, but I just trying to be more conservative and more disciplined. and this really wasn't a disciplined trade. I get the break of VWAP here, so I'm feeling pretty excited that this, I might be able to take these 985 shares and turn it into something. I did consider adding to my position again here at 17 in this 1710 to 1720 range. I really thought if we got a really good break of 1725 that I would see 1745, 1750. Again, open to bring this get as much of my original loss back as I could. I was actually fairly proud that I got this loss down to sub $200. I felt pretty good going into the day, getting this down to sub 200. Here's another pre-market opportunity. I was eyeballing Dawn here for the crack of uh, well, for the move on this 5 minute and 1 minute candle. I really was hoping for a first candle to make a new high here. I saw some green on the tape, and went for it. So I'm in at 1,000 shares at DAWN at 1358. It wasn't feeling super good. Uh, I figured I should take the profit off the table. I just didn't I wasn't getting the best vibe that how well it was going to hold. So I'm pretty quick to kind of take it off because I didn't want another loss. So 15 seconds to the open here. I'm looking heavily at AERC. Again, I just had a dream. I was planning to buy entries in the 12 or 11.50 to $12 range. I just really felt like it was going to have a good climb today. I just really felt it, and so obviously I see red box drop as it opens. And that's what I was expecting to happen. In fact, I mentioned it in the chat room that I really expected RDBX to do a pullback today. Wasn't expecting a whole lot of move there, and so I'm sitting there looking at, right now it's at 1180 here on AERC, and I'm definitely contemplating an entry, on the bid or something along those lines. Also looking at an AMD, I have a couple of plays on AMD and SPY that I wanted to look at. Uh, so, so I put an order out there on AERC at 1166. I only got a partial fill at 190. I wish I would have added on the ask instead of my order out there on the bid. I left it out there for a little while, and of course it kept going. At this point, I see the pullback, and so again, I feel good about what AERC is going to do. I like how it opened up a small dip, and so right now my mentality is I'm going to be building a position. This is not to take quick profit. I want to start building a position is what I have in my mind. Definitely feeling the pop here. There it goes. Nice little pop. even though I only had, 1,100 shares, I felt like I needed to take a little bit off the table. And, I felt pretty good about that. I knew, though, I was also looking for an area to be able to add. Looking to add here. I had a dip buy. It's sitting at 1306 right now. I had an order at 1296. I'm adding to the position. Again, don't, I'm sitting there in the negative right now, but again, feel comfortable. I don't have really any anxiety uh, uh, at this point. Have it a little bit more there. In the back of my mind here, I want to just hold. I don't even want to take profit at this point, but I knew that if I didn't and it flushed like it's been known to do, that I would be kicking myself. So again, I wanted to sell this at about $16. I mean, that's my end game. That's my mind's been thinking that from, since I woke up at 3:30 Pacific time. Is that this thing's going to hit $16 today, and I want to have as big of a position as possible to maximize it. I'm honestly disappointed at this point. I knew that I needed to go ahead and take profit. And again, $3,600 is a great day. But I'm literally disappointed that I'm not up more on it at this point in the day. Doesn't take me long to get back in though, so I'm preparing for this breakout. Even at this point, um, I'm not uncomfortable with where I'm at. Um, I was prepared to hold this down to VWAP. I was prepared to hold the VWAP, and so I'm not too concerned about where I'm at unrealized at this point. So I'm feeling the bounce, and I see that I'm starting to get it here. Take a quarter of position off the table. Really wanting this breakout to happen right here. I'm really wanting to see this breakout get over 15. Taking one more push here. So here I know it really kind of needs to pull back. So um, I go in my autopilot mode. So I set 500 shares with a stop at 1323 with a goal of 1630, and And then, I'm sitting there calculating the rest of them to hit around 1720. We hit target here at 1630 on the first batch, and that leaves me 625 left. Of course, AERC here does do a flush, so I'm going to end up stopping out right here for a profit, of course. So still feeling pretty good. So here I'm looking at AMD for an option play, puts at $89, thinking that I'm going to get the break over the previous resistance. And I forgot to switch my monitor here, so I didn't move to the options. And you can see that I was sitting there looking at my closed positions. So it was a little mistake there. I'll fix it here momentarily. So here I am currently with 10 contracts. I wouldn't mind going up to 20 or 25 contracts, but I like to, if I'm doing puts, I like it to be on a green bar going upwards so that you get a better premium fill. So here I'm still in my options trade with 15 contracts, and I just went long with 3,000 shares on AERC. Hoping for the break of 13, or is it 1540? 1540. Took half off the table there. Put an order out there to take another half off the table, just to mitigate risk at this point. Looking at AMD now, still have stopped out of AERC for a small winner. It's AMD is coming up here. I'm contemplating adding some additional contracts. And a few more contracts to my positions here on AMD. Puts at $89 strikes. Here I am added to the position for the options. I get up to 30 contracts. It's actually the largest number of contracts I've ever taken with options. It starts working in my favor here, and I'm just feeling like it's kind of still consolidating, and there's still a risk because of the SPY's kind of been popping. That I'm thinking of trying to figure out where I can kind of take some off the table. Here I'm taking just a few more off. So I was at 30, now I'm at 20 contracts left. In hindsight, I really should have taken this off the table right here. This was the best I saw during the period that I was holding these options. Both AMD and the SPY started to slowly kind of grind up during this period. I'm looking back here at AERC, so I get in for 1,000 shares, add another quick 1,000. So hoping that this breakout comes to fruition. At this point, I'm thinking about mitigating loss versus, a lot of profit here. So, that's, um, I'm thinking that it should have broken out. And so I'm looking to kind of get out a little bit above my average. It pops up there. Take a small loss there on AERC. Back looking at AERC, thinking about jumping in here on this pullback. Get a little bit of a feel. Open for a pop here. Yep, start taking it off the table. I put it here on autopilot mode. I put a stop at 1680 and take profit at 1770. It stops out. Here I'm still in the AMD trade for the puts. I'm thinking about adding to my position here. Still thinking that there's a lot of resistance up here at about 89.31. That's about where I thought it could go to. Add to my position here up to 30 contracts. And I'm already feeling the pressure of kind of where it's sitting. So I'm looking for an exit opportunity. It does start coming down. And so I'm really kind of looking for that last little push downward so that I can just get out of the trade. That's the goal here. I do make the decision to stop out. Here I am jumping into the COGT party. Saw some nice push-ups, some nice call-outs in the chat room. So I'm sitting there looking at, all right, so when can I get in? And of course I get in too early. I should have let it pull back more. I am continuing to build a position here. I'm at the biggest share size I've been in any stock so far today, even at ERC. I will be adding to the position though if I feel a breakout coming, which is, what I'm really pushing for the curl coming up here shortly. Seeing green on the tape, seeing it in the process of curling. I think we're getting ready to make our move. There we go. Take a little bit off, reduce some risk. Take a little more off to reduce some risk. Come on, buddy. Go. Let's go. 65. Let's see 70. Go, baby, go. Come on. Come on. Actually held on to this 2660 for a while. Had some stops in place and some profit targets. Did stop out in a portion of it right there. Right here, I cancel the order because I'm now sitting there thinking, all right, this is sitting around the 20. I think I'm getting ready to add to my position. So here I'm adding. I'm now at 2685 shares at 857. Currently got 861. I used the hotkey for the breakout for 3,000 shares. Now I can smell that 10K. I don't know if you're getting that feeling like I am. I'm feeling that 10K. Thinking I should take a little bit off the table. Selling on the ask. Try to take a little bit more. A little bit more off the table. We're at 891 with an 863 average. With these last 1599 shares, I decided to go ahead and put a stop and then go ahead and put a profit target out there of what, 893, I believe it was. I believe I ended up stopping out, but I'm good day. Good day. 10,448.13. I am done for the day. What a good day. Anyway, if you I hope you enjoyed it. Press that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you like day trading content. This was I dreamed about this last night and it happened. So what a good day. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.